Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how you can decorate your windows on Graphisoft ArchiCAD using a morph tool. So let's get started. So I'm going to use this project to demonstrate how you can use your morph tool to give out your windows a very exclusive decorations for the window casing. For example, as you can see, this window here have a window casing which is automatically generated by ArchiCAD. But if I want to go further and give my window a very awesome decorations, I might use a morph tool. For example, I am going to use a morph tool to decorate this window. So first of all, I will go to the ground story, and on my ground story I'm going to observe where my roof is, the location of my roof, and you can see the roof that I'm going to decorate is on elevation E1 and elevation E02. So first of all, I will go to elevation E02. You see, on this elevation I can see the section through the window, or also on elevation E01 I can also locate the window. So first of all, I will highlight this window to see its properties. For example, after highlighting the window, I see the properties of that window it has a width of 1.5 meters and a height of 1.2 meters. Then the sill height is 0.9 meters. So I am going to use a line tool to trace a section of my window casing. This line tool, I'm going to use it to trace anything of my desire that will please me, so that I choose it as a section of my window casing. So first of all, I'm going to trace something of a thickness of 200 millimeters. Then I give it a width of 50 millimeters. Let me do some. On the previous I was using an arrow method, but for this one now I don't want to use it an arrow method. So let us start afresh. Let me do some settings so that it doesn't leave that on our work. So we start again. I'm going to give it a width of 200 millimeters and a thickness of 50 millimeters, rectangular. So this is the section of my window casing that I'm going to design, but I want to give it much decorations. So first of all, let me use another color. I want it from here to here, let's say to be 70. Then let me give it a 20 millimeter, 50, 20. Then let me give this one a sloping one. So let me ungroup these lines and delete this one, and also ungroup these. So what I'm going to do next now, I'm going to put some curves here. Just follow the procedures that I'm giving out. For this one, you can design any section that you want. You are not limited. You are not limited anywhere. You are the one who can choose what to do. No one can limit you. We want to move this one. This is just a section. And please, if you have any issues concerning Graphisoft ArchiCAD, you can leave a comment down there so that on my next video I can solve your problem. So as you can see, for my case, I've chosen to use this section for my window casing. So the next thing, after the line tool is ready, I can also select all the lines and all these arches. Then I can group them together and drag it to a distance outside the building. So as you can see, this is my section that I prefer to use for my window decorations. Then I will come to my toolbox and activate the morph tool. I can also do some settings on the morph tool. Let me give it a metal gold. I want if I want it to look like a gold, but I can go further and choose another material. For example, let us use stucco white fine. Then okay, then I'm going to trace back all these lines using a morph tool. The shortcut of tracing all these lines using a morph tool is by just pressing the space tool, or by just tracing it manually. So let me do it manually, because many people will not understand that shortcut. I prefer to go manually. So let me trace it manually, but this time round now I'm using the morph tool. As you can see, the morph tool is active. So let me complete the arches. You can see the morph tool is now done. When I go to 3D view, you can see on the 3D window, when you go further, you can see that my morph have been created here. So this is just a section of it. The next step is to go to the ground floor. After going to the ground floor, you can go to this elevation E01 where we have done all our operations. You can see our operations are all done on elevation E01. So you can drag that morph to the building now. So let me drag it at a center of the window, so that when you go to the 3D window you can locate it. You can locate it, but to find it easily you can just go to the ground floor. Then as you can see, my morph tool have been created here, so I'm going to drag it again to the window, then to the far end. You can just customize it and move it to anywhere that you can work with it properly. So for my case, you can see that this is my section, but I don't want my section to look like this, so I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to rotate this section on ground floor now. I'm going to rotate it, or let me use a mirror. I'm going to mirror it so that it faces perpendicularly to the wall. Then when I go back to the 3D window, you can see now my morph being on a correct position. I will drag it now to the center of the window, and when I go back to 3D window, you can see that my morph tool have been created. For good visual impression, I'm going to give it another material. Let me give it another material so that we can view it well. Let me give it a cadmium yellow material so that we can view it well. So after my section have been located well and it's on a good positioning, I will now deactivate the orbit, then select the morph tool, and I'm going to choose this anchor point which is colliding to the window, so for efficiency use, because this is the reference point which I'm going to locate all the corners of the window. So I will pick the anchor point, then choose this tube command, so that when I drag my cursor, it gives my morph a tube or a thickness. So I will drag it to the far end of the window, then click. I will then drag it upwards until the cursor turns to a tick. When it turns to a tick, then it's at its correct position. Then drag it again to the far end. I click, then downwards I click, and then I will close the morph, then I click, then I click anywhere to release the operation. And as you can see, my morph tool have been created, and it gives my window a very awesome outlook. You can see now the decorations. See the decorations on my windows now. You can still go further and edit the material if the material is not pleasing. I can just select the morph tool, then go to morph selection settings, then for example let me choose another material. Let's use paint titanium white, and you will see your settings have been made. The changes have been made. So compare now these decorations with the one which is automatically generated. You can see that my decorations are awesome and it gives your structure an aesthetic value. So please, if you have any challenges on doing this, let me know on the comment section. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm going to drop so many tutorials on Graphisoft ArchiCAD. Thank you.